Hello and welcome back to another quick YouTube video by myself, Ryan McIntyre. I am a online coach for those who don't know me. There's a little bit more of an introduction later on, but I want to get on to the main reason why you clicked on this video, because I don't want to waste your time. And yeah, I want to be providing you some hard-hitting value, and that's what I'm going to provide in this video today. This one's going to be a little bit more of a topic for the future and a topic for my current audience that I usually teach to, which is about men in the same age range as me, about 20 to 30, maybe a little bit late 30s. It's just going to be talking about how your health impacts your family now, but also your future family and kids. It's something I preach to a lot about my clients, and one of the main reasons I coach, because I want people to be in the best possible shape and physical health and mental health for when they do have kids and family of their own. Because although you might not have kids now, you might have nephews, you might have nieces that look up to you and obviously copy you, because they'll see you as a role model and you want to be healthy. So this video is going to be about your health isn't just about you, it's about your future family. So let's dive in and let's get into why I'm making this video. Important to note, this is the intro. Most people think getting in shape is just about looking good, but what if I told you your health decisions today will affect your kids, your grandkids, and actual generations to come? Again, I'm going to be blocking a little bit of the writing. I might have to kind of dive out of the way, but the writing on the screen isn't really needed for you guys. It's just to prompt my brain to say the right things, basically. So at the moment, if you think yourself as unhealthy, overweight, or constantly tired, what kind of example are you setting? Not just for your family now, but for your family later. What kind of dad are you going to be? One that can run around with your kids, or one that's going to be watching from the sidelines? This video isn't going to be about guilt. I'm not going to be just like attacking people for no reason. I'm just trying to have this point in your head about what's going to be for you in the future. So please a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter in there, but like, listen and hear me out to what I'm going to be saying, because it's about responsibility. And if you want a better future for yourself and your family, it starts now, and it starts with you as well. That's important to get out there straight away. Who am I actually to speak on this topic? I just realized, like, the black background, I'm basically just a floating character, like with phased in the background, but it's quite funny actually. So my journey so far. So the main thing is I want you to have the life you always dreamed of and feel proud of, just like me when I started. But the thing is, in terms of me being a coach and me being confident on camera, be kind of preaching knowledge that I know and I want to preach to the rest of the world, I was not always like this. Because when I was 18, I was a skinny kid with absolutely no clue how to train, and incoming in the comments is that you're still skinny. I mean, the background's not really helping me out, but it's not too bad. You can kind of see it. I had no knowledge of nutrition, no confidence, and I used to think fitness was just about getting abs or looking good on holiday. I still kind of, obviously I'm young, so I'm still believing that, and I've got a holiday next month, but over time I realized it's going to be so much bigger than that, especially when you hit, well, for me, when I hit 25 or 30, where fitness becomes a lot more difficult to start. If you start now where I am, your life completely changes. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I've seen firsthand how a lack of education around the fitness affects your families, especially with the clients I've worked with, the people kind of working late night shifts. It does affect people a lot. Especially, you might not notice it now, but you only notice it when you've lost it or you no longer have that fitness and you actually have to actively pursue being healthy. I've seen men fall into a bad habit with their health, pass those habits down to their kids without even realizing it, and that is exactly why I do what I do, to reverse those habits or stop them from happening in the first place so they don't have to be diagnosed. But today we'll define, I say our future's family reality. It should be yours, because like I'm not really like, mine is, I wouldn't say I'm good, obviously, like I could die tomorrow in a car crash, but in terms of like fitness, I feel like I'm pretty cemented in my routine at the moment. Like it would take me a lot to stop the gym. But main thing is my goal. So like, what are you actually watching this video for? And what do I do in terms of, other than creating content like the free videos here, what do I actually do in general? Because you're probably wondering who I am. But if you're new here, my name is Ryan McIntyre, and I coach men in their 20s and 30s to build muscle, get strong, and create lifelong habits that turn them into future role models for their families. I'm learning as I go along, so please use what's helpful and forget the rest. And if you like what I have to say right there and want to master your progress, send a DM to @Ryan McIntyre Coaching. Why has my finger just disappeared? But that is on Instagram. So to repeat, @Ryan McIntyre Coaching, the exact same as my YouTube, and you can have a conversation about your situation to see if or how I can help. That is my main source of social media. So if you want to genuinely connect with me instead of just watching the video and consuming, you can actually get involved and send me a DM, like right now. I mean, maybe after the video, so you can enjoy it. But yeah, because my main full-time job is a coach, and if you like what I have to say in this video or any other videos, I would love to help you out in terms of, if that's for free or if that's one-to-one coaching. Your life can change when you get a mentor. I realize that for myself, when you get a business coach or a PT or a coach, your life changes is when you pay somebody to basically teach you all the mistakes that they have done already and allow you not to make them same mistakes, is what I'm basically saying. I nearly knocked over my water bottle there. I haven't filled it up for this video. Not ideal, but what we will cover in this video, I should have probably switched on that light or something because you can barely see me. That's all good. So this could be relatively short in terms of the topics. So we have the cycle of generational health. We have how your habits impact your family's future. We have how to break the cycle and start today. And we have my final message at the end. So it's gonna be another kind of reminder. My neck's feeling a little bit sore, but it's all good. We're cracking on. So main thing is why you are here. Obviously I didn't include that in what we'll cover, but it's good to address why you've actually clicked on this video. So you clicked on this video because deep down you know you want to start, or you know you want to be better in the fitness industry at the moment, but something is holding you back. If it's like work, if it's motivation, consistency, any of those things, something is causing you not to go, obviously not balls to the wall. It's nice to keep it relaxed sometimes. But maybe you're tired of feeling sluggish or out of shape. Maybe you promised yourself you'll get fit one day, but that day never comes. Or maybe you started and stopped 10 times over and you're sick of failing. Pretty simple in terms of kind of logical standpoints of people starting the fitness journey. It's the same old story, really. A lot of people have that same kind of thing. But whatever your reason is, I get it because I've been there. And I promise you don't have to stay stuck, and you can break the cycle today. I'm going to show you how, if that's not just from free education, but if you're somebody who really struggles to take action, the main thing is to reach out when you need the most help, because that person that you reach out to, your mentor, will make you take action yourself. I need to keep my hand on the mouse so like I'm not just silent, so I'm changing between the slides. But we have the cycle of generational health. So this is going to a little bit more into the psychology degree. I'm still a student, by the way, but how this is obviously a little bit more background of my knowledge, really demonstrating, really putting that psychology degree to use here. But I can't even say it. I'm genuinely stupid. Developmental psychology, there we go. Developmental psychology works. So kids don't do what you say, they see what they do. It's like monkey see, monkeys do. And there's going to be a study I'm going to talk about later on that literally shows how newborn infants, obviously, like, I'm not saying like if you exercise, your newborn's gonna start doing pull-ups or push-ups or anything like that. But the idea is that they see you as a role model and they will kind of copy your actions without even knowing. That's why kind of, if your parents smoke, they're gonna try to hide it from you. They don't want to have a bad influence on you or show you any bad habits that they do, because they'll rub off, is the idea. Because if you grow up and watch your dad eating junk food, never exercise, and complain about his body, what do you think will happen? Is that you will literally become the same person if like they don't care about their health. Stats and studies: children of overweight parents are more likely to struggle with obesity themselves. Again, that is sort of genetics as well. Like, I'm not going to say that that they kind of see their family being overweight and be like, oh, I can be overweight too, or it's like it's normal to be overweight. It is genetically more difficult to obviously get in shape from that point. But example, ever see a dad who can't keep up with their kids? That's because he didn't take care of himself when he was younger, and he's obviously tried to do it more recently because he wants to play around with his kids. It's so much more difficult. Obviously, I don't know myself, but like from who I've asked and my clients, it's so more difficult to get fit after 30 or 40, because the only time people take care of their health or are forced to take care of their health when they don't like fitness is like PE in school. Like, the fact PE was mandatory in school was such like a unknown revelation. Like, people didn't realize how important that actually was until they obviously get to uni, where they're obviously doing all the bad habits, drinking, like whatever. Like, they don't care about their body. Like, they don't have to, of course, because you're like 20. Like, you don't have to take care of your health unless you have a serious health problem. But that's a point to point out. Speaking about the study as well, the Meltzoff and Moore 1977 study. So this was like the very first groundbreaking study on infants imitation, you could say. So it was like, obviously you can see the writing here a little bit. Neonates are said to be able to mimic facial or hand gestures from 14 to 21. As you can see, there's like sticking out the tongue on the left, and in the middle like open mouth, and then the right's more of like a, I don't even know, like a pout. And that is, I don't know what the other two bullet points mean at all. But the idea is that from super, super early, that children can copy what you do. So if you're not trying to at least attempt good habits, you are going to be putting a bad influence on your children and your future families. There's not even just children as well. Your partner will want to be more like you. So like future wife as well, or your current significant other. I wouldn't know because single life and that. But game's the game, man. How your habits will impact your family's future. This is a big one. Importance of habit. If you are constantly tired, overweight, and unhealthy, it affects your energy. Too exhausted to play with your kids, especially if you work like 9 to 5, it's tough. Your confidence, your insecurities will hold you back in relationships, and also just putting yourself out there naturally, and also your lifespan. You're at higher risk of diseases like diabetes and heart. Like, I don't have to say this because you know this. And the analogy that I heard the other day when I was reading James Smith, Not a Diet book, it's like, you don't think 6 kg is a lot in terms of fat loss, but then think of yourself going to the shops, buying 6 liters of water or gin and tonic or vodka or whatever drink you have, and think of yourself doing all the daily activities you normally would, but with those water bottles or the vodka, 6 liters, strapped to your back or strapped to your chest. You would be tired within not even halfway through your normal daily routine. So think about if you were to lose that 6 kg and how easy it would be for you to complete all these tasks with like playing with your kids, engaging in relationships, and just having more confidence overall. So here's an example and a solution. Imagine being a dad who can't go outside and play football with his son because he's out of breath in 5 minutes. That's not genetics, that's choices. And you are single-handedly creating either bad or good memories with your kids. Like, if they can't play with you because you're out of breath in 5 minutes, they're not going to see you as a strong figure in the family. They're going to feel disappointed, and they're going to just play on their own. And the solution is the best thing that you can do for your future family now is to take control of your fitness now. Even if it's, I'll obviously give you actionable steps at the end of the video, which is just like small things that you can do that will build up. And I also speak about 1% gains as well. But obviously, just to emphasize the point, we have a cartoon. I don't even know if this is a dad and a son. It's just a cartoon. But yeah, push the point a little bit further. But how to break the cycle and start today. So this is why I'm going to give you some action steps where you can just screenshot, take it in, and start to implement these steps into daily life. And if you want like a daily habits checklist as well, you can actually even ask me that on Instagram, because I've got one myself that I have not just for business, like growing a business, but also for life as well, like 10k steps, going to the gym, just simple stuff that I've built up over time. But the idea is to increase it by 1% every time, so it's easy enough. But here we are. So actionable steps. Step 1 is to start small. Lift weights 3 times a week. Clean up your diet. I would say clean up your diet first. That's the easiest thing you can do. Just slowly reduce the foods that you know are bad. Like realistically, you know they're bad, but just kind of reduce the quantity slightly. So start tracking how much of the bad food you eat, and then reduce it maybe by about 20%. And then you can slowly until there's no bad food in your diet. Again, I'm not saying you're never gonna eat bad food again or unhealthy food, because realistically there's gonna be times where like I'm just gonna binge because it's fun. Like I love being fat, especially like if I'm training in the gym, I don't mind being fat because I'm super strong, you know what I mean? But step 2 is to build the right mindset. Fitness isn't a punishment, it's an investment for your future, and it also helps you, like for me, it just helps me get stuff done. Knowing that I've done my workout first thing in the morning, it's like everything else I know is not going to be as difficult as that. It's going to be, I wouldn't say it's going to be easier than the workout. Like the workout is difficult, but it makes everything else seem a lot more easier than it is, because it's like in the back of my mind, I know I've completed the workout, so what else is going to challenge me today? Step 3 is to be consistent, because your kids won't remember how much you lifted. They'll remember that you just showed up. Like they don't care how strong you are, as long as you can obviously be there in terms of like the key memories in their life. Like obviously like you could lift a crazy amount, but the idea is that you're there and you're active and you're present, which is going to come from going to the gym. Step 4 you can't really see, but it's fine. Step 4 is to educate yourself. Stop blaming bad genetics and learn how to train, eat, and take care of yourself. So this is just watching videos like this. So I'll be honest right now, you are, if you've got to this point, I love you. That's what I'm going to say. Like you are educating yourself. You are teaching yourself stuff that the average person wouldn't. So you're the top 1% of people who want to educate themselves. Step 5 is to find accountability. Surround yourself with the right people who push you to be better. This can either be a friend, so literally an action step right now is to get on WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. Send a message to somebody who you think can join you on this journey right now. Like, ask them right now, do you want to start a fitness journey together? And by that point, like, you will now have a reason to show up, not just for yourself, but to not disappoint the other person as well. And that's exactly why people get coaches as well. If they don't feel like they can confidently ask somebody, or they feel nervous about starting it with somebody else, that's what a coach is for, is to obviously accept you with open arms. But I don't want to, I don't talk about coaching too much, because you're here to learn. There's another thing about 1% gains. So I know this is a really kind of, I wouldn't say badly drawn graph, but it's a very it's not very statistically adept at all. So obviously there's some numbers up here. You can be 37.78 if you improve just 1%, 365. So 1% every day. But if you're 1% worse every day, obviously that is basically going into the minuses. Or if you start at 1, you are not going too far down compared to going up, but there's a huge difference in there. So we have my final message and how I can help. Let's see the time that we're on. We've recorded for about 20 minutes. It's pretty decent. Key takeaways then is that your health choices don't just affect you. So instead of just thinking and being selfish for yourself, they affect your future kids, grandkids, and beyond. And also being a role model for your family is such a good feeling, knowing that they see that you can take care of yourself, so they instantly see you as somebody with confidence and with power and with pride. Take care of yourselves now. You'll pass down bad habits, low energy, and shorter lifespan to your family. That does sound a little bit brutal, I won't lie. When I was writing that, I was obviously a little bit annoyed. But it's more, if you don't take care of yourself now, if you try to start later, it is going to be a lot more difficult, especially when you wait for these health conditions to catch up to you. Because the best thing you can do is lead by example and start today. And we have one more thing about engagement. Just trying to get the views here, guys. But drop a comment on what's one habit you need to fix or something you struggle with, and I'll try to respond to all the comments. I'm not too active on my YouTube. Again, like I said, the real thing is on my Instagram. Hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. They're educational. They're obviously educational and not as much easy to consume, but knowing that if you subscribe, you're learning something new every single week that you wouldn't have if you were to subscribe to another channel that's very dopamine kind of hitting, and just you don't learn anything, you're just wasting your time. And again, like I said, need help, send a DM to my Instagram at Ryan McIntyre Coaching. It's saying free, and I'll actually give you some free coaching. Like, I'll give you a plan, I'll set yourself a routine, and knowing that if you comment the word free or send me the word free, I know that you've come from this video. And for my appreciation for watching this far, yeah, I'll give you some free coaching, and I'll give you the start that you need. Because when I coach people, I don't want to coach them forever. I want to coach them until they're able to do it themselves. Like, the whole point of coaching is not for me to rinse your money every single month. It's to give you the wings. Like, think of yourself as like a butterfly kind of wanting to spread their wings, but they're stuck in the early phases, you know what I'm saying? So again, that can be 3 months, that can be 6 months, it can be a year. Just depends on when you feel like you are ready to take off on your own. And I've got one more slide here for emphasis, is that your future self will thank you for starting today. How have I messed that up so bad? Let's pretend I didn't say it, but your future self will thank you for starting today. And if you enjoyed this video, again, drop a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This was a really fun one to record, so I'm glad to get this out, because I was kind of contemplating to get it out tonight, but we've done it. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.